Financial Secretary Paul Chan has applauded a rebound in the Hong Kong stock market, despite facing adverse conditions in a complex geopolitical environment. 2 Mexican naval cadets are dead after sail masts of their ship hit the underside of the Brooklyn Bridge in New York. And the inauguration mass for Pope Leo XIV was held in Vatican City today, marking the official start of his papacy. Good evening. You're now watching Cable News. I'm Cheryl Yun. Financial Secretary Paul Chan stated that Hong Kong's resilient financial markets are showing sustained growth despite facing complex global headwinds from the ongoing tariff war with the United States. The minister applauded the performance of the Hang Seng Index, which has outperformed other major stock markets so far this year. Jeremy Zhu reports.
Writing on his weekly blog, Chen said the Hong Kong stock market rebounded despite facing the pressure from U.S. tariffs. The Hang Seng Index closed above 23,000 points last Friday, marking a cumulative fightback of around 16%. The initial public offering market has also been exceptionally active. Since the beginning of the year, the total funds raised through new listings have exceeded $60 billion, more than 6 times higher than the same period last year. On the currency front, the Hong Kong dollar has remained strong this month, hovering at $7.75 against the U.S. greenback. To reinforce the SAR's role as both a financial and tech hub, Chen added that global capital is increasingly leaning towards top tech firms, and the government will boost the finance plus innovation synergy to take advantage of the shift. The government-funded Hong Kong Investment Corporation has invested in over 100 projects, with each dollar attracting $4 in private funding, Chen said. Using a patient capital approach, HKIC focuses on early-stage, small-scale, and high-tech ventures to strengthen the innovation ecosystem. Chen further stressed that facing global challenges, Hong Kong must leverage its unique strengths to ensure high-quality growth. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
Police have dismantled a drug trafficking syndicate, seizing $23.5 million worth of suspected narcotics. 5 people have been arrested, including the alleged ringleader. Officers seized 102 kilograms of suspected cannabis buds, which were concealed inside industrial-use vacuum cleaners. Acting on intelligence, the Narcotics Bureau intercepted the shipment at Yun Kong Sanchun in Kam Tin after it arrived from Canada. Police arrested 2 men when they were unpacking the goods. Officers later seized 3 kilograms of suspected cocaine and arrested 3 more people from a public housing estate in Sha Tin. Police believe the syndicate's leader recruited others to handle the drugs, offering payments ranging from several thousand to $10,000 per task. Authorities urge logistics service providers and drivers to reach out to the police if they encounter any suspicious orders. The Chinese University of Hong Kong is accepting applications for a new 4-year graduate entry medicine program designed for students who possess related qualifications. Philip Chiu, Dean of the Faculty of Medicine, said the program has drawn strong interest, with over 300 applicants vying for 25 spots in the first-round interviews.
Taking to the airwaves, Chiu said most applicants come from medical or science-related backgrounds, including graduates in biomedical sciences, chemistry, and biology. He noted that several applicants are final-year students or alumni of prestigious institutions, including Imperial College London and the University of Cambridge. He added that degree holders in these fields are well equipped to acquire the necessary medical skills and knowledge, which aligns with the 6-year undergraduate program standards. Chiu also highlighted Hong Kong's growing integration of artificial intelligence in clinical applications and research, and the school has also incorporated AI into their curriculum for medical training. While AI currently enhances diagnostic accuracy and treatment safety, Chiu emphasized that doctors remain the key operators. However, he remains open to AI's potential as a medical partner for the society in the next decade or 2. Two priceless treasures of ancient Chinese heritage arrived in Beijing today after they were returned by the Smithsonian Institution. Quinton Yang reports.
The two volumes of the 2,300-year-old Jidanku silk manuscripts, which date back to around 300 BC during the Warring States period, arrived from Washington, D.C. Their return by the Smithsonian Institution's National Museum of Asian Art brings to end a 79-year wait when they were smuggled to the U.S. in 1946. Unearthed in 1942 in Changsha, Hunan Province, the texts were looted before they were acquired by the Smithsonian Institution. Considered foundational for the study of ancient Chinese script, literature, and philosophy, the Jidanku manuscripts are the only surviving silk texts from their era. A government recovery team received the artifacts, which will undergo inspection before debuting at Beijing's National Museum of China in July. Officials hailed the return as a historic breakthrough in preserving the nation's cultural legacy. Quintin Yang, Cable News.
A new study on eating habits and diet trends has revealed that many Hong Kongers rely on social media and other informal sources to decide what and how much they should consume to follow a healthy lifestyle. Experts warn that much of this information may be unreliable and urge the public to verify all claims related to health benefits carefully. Jeremy Zhu reports.
Commissioned by the Hong Kong Nutrition Association and conducted by the Polytechnic University and the Metropolitan University, the study involved more than 900 residents of the city. About 40% of respondents had tried at least one popular diet trend, with over half choosing intermittent fasting, which involves no food for 16 hours and just one meal in the remaining 8 hours. A diet with low consumption of carbohydrates was the other most popular option. 3/4 of participants said they wanted to control their weight by following such diets, while 55% cited general health improvement as their motivation. The association cautioned that the effectiveness of such diets was not backed by sufficient scientific research and could lead to adverse health effects. The outcome of any diet will differ from person to person, and to maintain a healthy lifestyle, a balanced intake of grains, vegetables, and meat through 3 meals a day is a good option. It urged residents to seek professional advice when there's a need to change eating habits. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
At least 2 people were killed and 19 others sustained injuries when a training ship of the Mexican Navy struck the underside of the Brooklyn Bridge in New York City. U.S. authorities are conducting an investigation into the incident and have confirmed that the iconic bridge did not suffer any damage. Quinton Yang tells us more.
There were 277 people on board the Cuauhtémoc when the boat's sail masts collided with the underside of the Brooklyn Bridge. Heading to Iceland, the 91-meter-long ship apparently lost all power due to a mechanical failure after it set sail from New York Harbor and drifted towards bridge. Crew members standing on the masts fell down on the deck of the vessel. Pieces of the mast also came crashing down on the deck, injuring others. Mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, confirmed that 2 people died and 2 of the 19 injured were in critical condition. Meanwhile, the 142-year-old Brooklyn Bridge did not suffer any damage. All lanes of the crossing were briefly closed, but reopened for traffic after a preliminary inspection. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum said she was deeply saddened by the incident. The ship had docked in New York earlier this week and was on a goodwill tour with cadets who had finished their classes at the Naval Military School. Quintin Yang, Cable News.
Pope Leo XIV started his papacy after an inauguration mass at the Vatican City today, witnessed by a crowd of around 250,000 who had gathered in St. Peter's Square outside St. Peter's Basilica. The first American pontiff called for global unity and unity within the Church. Quinton Yang reports.
La morte di Papa Francesco ha riempito di tristezza il nostro cuore.
Our world bears wound from hatred, violence, and an economic system that exploits earth and marginalizes the poor. Those were the words of the pontiff after the inaugural Mass, which marked the official start of the papacy of Pope Leo XIV. Last week, Robert Prevost was elected as the 267th Pope to lead the world's 1.4 billion Catholics. He has vowed to unite the Church and serve as a force for peace. Born in Chicago, Prevost is the first American to be elected as Pope, and began his papacy by praying at St. Peter's tomb. He was then given a pallium, a strip of lamb's wool, symbolizing his role as a shepherd. Cardinal Luis Tagle of the Philippines gave the ring of the fisherman to Prevost. The ring symbolizes the papacy and is a tradition that dates back to the time of St. Peter, who was a fisherman. Over 300 dignitaries attended, including U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Emphasizing humility, Leo XIV warned against centralized papal power. "We must not govern as autocrats," he declared. He finished the speech by urging the faithful to stay together as one people and to walk towards God and let us love one another. The ceremony ended with cardinals shaking hands with the new pope, as the crowd in St. Peter's Square started applauding. Kun Jin-ya, Cable News.
On to the weather now. Mostly overcast with a few isolated showers tomorrow. It will be hot during the day with a maximum temperature of 32 degrees. Hot with sunny intervals and a few showers in the following couple of days. That's our news tonight. I'm Cheryl Yun. Thanks for watching and good night.